place in the sense that it's a real rider's track. It's a place where, having a little bit of knowledge of some place, Pittsburgh I was really impressed with. It was the first time I rode there a couple years ago just on a track day, and then when we got to call the races, it was interesting to watch how these guys all raced at that place. Because you know, Greg, we've been to some tracks that you can ride, they're fun to ride, but they're a little bit different to race. Both Sonoma and Pittsburgh are the kinds of tracks that are really fun to ride, but they're also really good race tracks. There's a lot of different things that you can do in places like that. And Barber, I think, is a little bit more of a new age type of track that is obviously fantastic, but Barber's just never been like one of my big favorites. I'd much rather come to a place like this.
Yeah, you have a pretty good record here at Sonoma Raceway.
Yeah, this is a fun one for me. Like I said, you know, we've seen this place change so much over the years, and it's just nice that we're still able to come here and race.
So it looks like we're going to do 12 laps in Super Sport race number 1 here at the Second Gear Championship of Sonoma. It's going to be original grid positions on the quick start procedure. So Bobby Fong will take his spot. As he prepares to go racing, Josh Hayes and Hayden Gillum on the front row as well. One representative from the team able to talk to their rider, make sure everything is okay. The last bit of pep talk in place. They're going to clear this grid. A little kiss from team owner, team crew chief, Melissa Paris, to Josh Hayes. She owns that bike and owns that team, and she does a great job of getting that thing dialed in.
Melissa works so hard at the races, besides being a mom and a crew chief and all the other things. You never see her like not stopped. And she's always on the go. Josh wants to put the results in and get some results for her.
I was just trying to see if, there's no way that Sean Dillon Kelly was out there.
No,
One bike rule here in Moto America, and you got to get that bike repaired. Plus, he looked like he was dinged up pretty hard.
Just looked like he maybe rang his bell a little bit. It's good to see him conscious and up and holding his chin, by a little cut under his chin there.
Here in Moto America, we do have concussion protocols set in place. So if race direction felt like that was the case, that they need to look at it, they will evaluate Sean Dillon Kelly for that situation. So
we'll get that information overnight. They'll tell us if he's good to go tomorrow. I think all indications are great that he's probably okay. Just going to determine if you had been, if you obviously had been knocked out or any of that stuff. So Bobby just needs to get that same start, doesn't he? He's got such a good launch and such a good start. PJ had jumped up into second. We saw that second row of guys get a good start. Like you say, the guy leading this warm lap, Josh Hayes, he's probably trying to get himself a little bit energized right now of, let's just go get a good solid warm lap and be really ready for when those lights go out for the second start. We got a chance here now to breathe and first go at it.
Yeah, Josh is not wearing bad honor. The fact that he was involved in that incident with Sean Kelly. Hayes has to put that behind him. Josh Hayes a couple of races behind on the all-time win list. In terms of all classes, all wins in AMA road race competition. And that was the talking point when he got back on the track after the first couple races in this class, was for him to try to go after that record. And Hayes came back with a vengeance. He came back in round number 2.
VIR.
Yeah. He finished second. He had a third and a second place finish. And he's been off the podium ever since. So the number 4, left part of your screen, trying to clean up the mess he left after the first start. So it's time to get this start number 2 for race number 1.
He'll be focused on this start, Greg. He will not get that same start. Sean Dillon Kelly is not the grid that makes
So here we go. Goes to third. Hayes with a much better start this time around. But Fong's having it his way up to turn number 2.
But now he's got Hayden Gillum behind him, and Hayden Gillum's not going to just let him go. What we've seen generally this year from Hayden Gillum, when he gets the start that he's got now behind Bobby, he's going to go up there and try to harass him early. These are our championship first and second points. Interesting comment from Hayden right after he fell off at Laguna. He said, hey, it's a long season. People have been making mistakes. 18 points isn't that much, obviously. And this is where it's got to start now. And you can see the different lines there between Bobby and Hayden. Hayden opens up the carousel a lot more. Josh Hayes goes up over there very tight as well as he's in behind PJ Jacobson now. But the first two guys, Greg, little tapping. See that little bit of a breakaway? That's what the rest of the field does not want to see.
Bryce Prince is 74 on that white and red tuned motorcycle behind Josh Hayes. He's been quick, Northern California guy. Knows his way around this circuit as well. PJ Jacobson wheel in the air. Looked like for a moment he was closing that gap through the famous S section they go. Heading down towards the chicane over the wheelie hill. First time Bobby Fong gets on the minors into the chicane. Who's going to have it nice and tidy and in and out of here? Richie Escalante, number 54, right behind Bryce Prince. Escalante, out of Mexico City, Mexico, that two-wheel legal Hudson motorcycle Yamaha R6. Trying to keep himself well placed in this championship. You saw in the graphic.
Here to Sonoma after a good result in Laguna, finished the second, and this morning he was quickest for a while. So now he's just trying to pick that back up, and you can see those first three guys have started to open up just a little bit now.
So Bobby Fong credited with a 139.288 off the line. Yep, that's fast.
That is fast. I mean, when you look at basically this morning at 38 something is what they did. So
38-2 in qualifying.
Bobby looks, there's just a different. Bobby just looks different to me now than he did even at the beginning of the year. And that's what happens when you got a great team and a great crew around you, and they're giving you the tools that you need to be able to go out and win. You can just focus on being a rider. And he's just been looking extremely confident.
Bobby Fong on that M4X Star Suzuki out front again, starting to control this pace as Josh Hayes slips back into the clutches of the 74 of Bryce Prince on that Tune Racing machine out of Bakersfield, California, just down the street.
We've seen Bryce run really well here before at Sonoma, and he's like he wants to not let these guys get away in front of him. These top three, we're all pretty much still bunched up. Bobby's trying his best to smooth it away from these guys. We've got a battle pretty much all the way back to Aguilar, the longest turn back to plus 9 spots.
Final corner on the racetrack. Accelerating to where the checkered flag will fly. Racing Yamaha R6.
Bryce is really showing some pace right now because he's kind of drawing himself back up to these guys the best he can. He's pulled away from Hayes back in fifth. Thought Josh might have the pace to kind of roll with these guys a little bit, but the front 39 O's and 39 3s for these guys up at the front. Josh took off that 39.7.
In sector number 1, Hayden Gillum had clawed back 0.2 of a second for Bobby Fong. And they were pretty equal in sector number 2. It looks visibly like Gillum has closed the gap slightly on Fong. PJ Jacobson. PJ has been a very interesting case this season. I think PJ thought he would come in here and had a lot of expectation on it. Yeah, and thought that he was going to be more competitive on a more frequent basis. Now, for PJ, he's had a win, 2 second place finishes, and a third. For a lot of people, that'll be a great season, but we continuously see PJ on the podium with a disappointed look on his face. Gap closed. Now, Bobby Fong worked to get a 7/10. Raceway Laguna Seca. JC talked about different lines.
Yeah,
Bobby, big mistake.
No, Bobby just goes in there tight and a random opens up the entry to that corner and then swoops down underneath. It's just two different riding styles, and Hayden just is able to take advantage of that. Bobby pulls the tear off, so now he is going to be chasing Hayden Gillum down, looking to see what the number 69 bike has.
New race leader Hayden Gillum trying to set sail, doesn't want anybody around him. Now the question becomes, Bobby Fong going to fall victim to PJ Jacobson? Is this just one position change for Bobby Fong, or is he going to start to go backwards?
Well, the one thing that Bobby has talked about this year that he felt like he'd like to improve on is the braking areas. And this place has a lot of those, but this isn't braking here. This is getting into those bumps and not being able to get the bike to turn like he would probably have liked it. And Hayden opened up the entry to that corner, was able to get down to the inside of the carousel a little bit more. Now we're going to keep an eye on these tires. That is the fastest lap of the race that he just turns.
And Bryce Prince race 38.9. Red and white Yamaha. Really impressive program. The entire crew puts on, with a lot of the input coming from Bryce Prince. So PJ Jacobson, number 99, out of New York, Celtic HSBK Racing Yamaha R6. Spent years at the World Championship level in World Superbike, bouncing between World Supersport and World Superbike, finds himself back in the States.
He won World Supersport races up to even to like 2 years ago, Greg.
Yeah.
So, the last time in Supersport he rode for the NBA Augusta factory team, and then last year he had just a horrible year in World Superbike, riding for honestly a D-grade team over there. Struggled a lot. Come back over here, put this program together along with very good with Bryce Prince runs off the track. I see him just have a nice off the screen there, Greg. So that's Bryce Prince. That's going to cost him some time because he's not back in the background there anymore. PJ Jacobson still trying to close these guys down, but PJ is definitely, I think, thought he might be able to come back here and
virtually equal lap
thing where his bike, maybe it doesn't like to be on that side of the tire for as long. Hayden likes to, he can smooth the lines just maybe a little bit different than Bobby, and that's just characteristics of motorcycles, riding styles, even down through the S's there. You can see they're a little bit different, but there's not really a big change. And you can see here, Hayden gets out there and gets just out onto that rumble strip, and that's where we saw some mistakes made today earlier from some of our superbike competitors, but Bobby's throwing right back up onto the back with Hayden. Hayden's pushing hard. Bobby's able to draw up on the back room now.
Bobby's won the Great Rally Championship with Ford X-Star Suzuki. And Ford X-Star Suzuki with a choice of a couple of riders to put on that machine after the exit of Valentin de Bees from last year.
line by M4, and we saw the B's on that bike before. We see even the different lines down through the S's there. Bobby has a tendency to just, I like how straight Bobby Fong runs it all through the S's. It just makes a straight line out of all of it.
Ball close. The question is, where do you attack? Hayden Gillum, right on the break. He's a tall rider. He can get his knees and his elbows out, which makes it a little bit more difficult to pass. Bobby has been known for years as a demon on the brakes. The problem is that here at Sonoma Raceway, the condition of the racing surface, it's so
see the straight line, Greg? I mean, their lines are different just about everywhere, even from turns 1 up to turns 2, both just as fast. Bikes are just a little bit different. Bobby's got a lot of experience around this track as well. What does it do for Bobby's confidence if he passes Hayden Gillum on brakes? That's when you got to start thinking about in that regard. And all down through here, this is like Bobby's got a lot of
just right now, we're in the identical lap times, all 139 mids for the top 3 riders. 139 mid as well. Josh Hayes back in 5th. I like the way Hayden Gillum uses those curves, though.
He does, and they both use them. They just, if you see the straight line there, Bobby just straight lines everything a little bit more, and he just kind of closes that gap up. You see he's close now, and he's going to get in there just a little bit too deep. Sometimes when you get in behind some guys, or you can get a run on them down through the S's, that way you can see that gap opened up, because Bobby, right, feels like drawing up on the back, and then Hayden's slowing down in front of him, and maybe pull on the lever a little bit harder. And Bobby had to adjust his line going into that chicane back there. He's half a second back. I think only on the entry though. I think he's using a little bit of time. I feel like the swing almost mid-corner through the carousel isn't that bad. It's just he hasn't done
Super Sport race number 1 after a red flag. Bobby Fong looked to be in the early stage. Restart, Hayden Gillum had a better start. Bobby Fong led. Now he's led ever since. This is the part, watch how wide the camera has to get to show both in the view, JP. That will take the next corner. Very great way to get it up on the meat of the tire and use the strength of the Suzuki. Which this year has really been acceleration deficit. You can see Peter Jacobson just went by. Here's Bryce Prince, number 74. Having a look over his shoulder, and he's going to see Josh Hayes.
Josh a little bit further back. Just looking at time, Josh 39.8, so he's only about half a second off the leaders as Josh Hayes, but PJ's still trying to make that time up that he's lost a little here. That time last time by for PJ Jacobson, he's still only 1.4 off the lead, and you can see Bobby Fox closing the gap back up again, so it looks like he has the potential to close that gap. Bobby's in front of Perry, but you can see the chatter he's got on the brakes.
Because it seems like it's been this pace has now settled down. 938 range, PJ can do that, but he can't do it any quicker at the moment. He just can't close this gap. 1.3 seconds behind. PJ's trying.
Yeah, absolutely. He can see those guys just right there. Really good through the middle, and on the exit of this corner, it looks solid. I mean, you can see that Hayden, I don't really know if these straight lines, these S's pretty fast. Might be able to get up alongside of him. He's might realize he's got 18. They've now broke PJ Jacobson a bit.
Yeah, I don't know, Jason, if you have a chance to hear Bobby Fong, my thought process would be, we know run into my motorcycle, I'm leaving it to that last corner. You know, and just try to get a nice classic walk pad. Yeah.
As you would say, for sure, he's definitely pulled away a little bit, and I wouldn't say that our screens aren't lighting up with anything special. Both guys are right around the same times, but let's see how turn right this time after they go through these S's, this group of S's that they're coming through now. You see Hayden starts over the right a little bit because it jumps the curve. I think Bobby's lines down through here are way faster.
Mistake over the curve. Too much curving for the 69. And this is it. I mean, there's only a few corners and one lap to go. So he's got to stay close to the tailpipe of Hayden Gillum for a chance to win this one.
Yeah, now's the time where Bobby's got to, like you say, Greg, he's got to really try to be the shadow of Hayden Gillum. I don't think that Bobby's closed himself back. So a little bit of time, so Hayden starts over to the right. Right now, much more straighter, smoother line down through there. See, Bobby now is trying to apply that pressure that we saw him do at Utah, where these guys went just like this for the whole race. Hayden led the whole race.
Question is, does he race in front of them or behind them? Meaning, is he concerned about where Bobby's like running? The 69 Gillum absolutely ripped the carousel and has a nice gap. Now the question is, can Hayden get through these S's over the curve cleanly? Because last time he wasn't able to get to his apex line, had to slow down again. So here we go. Bobby Fong has closed it up once more. A cleaner run. Gillum able to get to where he needs to. Back to the right he goes. Here's an attacking spot.
Yes, Greg.
So Bobby's trying to close it up, but he's got to get the shit another run in the final opportunity to pass.
I think Hayden will go in here tight anyways. I don't think he's going to let Bobby have the idea of going, look, see how he blocked it right off the back going in there. There's no way he's going to let Bobby.
Can he turn it? No, he's on the line. Bobby trying to go the inside. Side by side they go. It's going to be a drag race to the finish line. Hayden Gillum with the win. Wow, that was close at the end.
Bobby gets third. Across the line third. Next race, the big race. Vice Prince fourth. Josh Hayes across Josh Green in fifth here. That's a big win for the Ridiculous Racing guys.
Robert Ward, crew chief. Boy, if you saw the face of Hayden Gillum when I spoke to him after qualifying, this is an unbelievable result for him. He said it was 100% on him. His ability to get this motorcycle across the line first. He wasn't going to give up. And that's why you see the joy. You can see the motion of his head. He is so pumped for that win. That has got to be a satisfying result for him. Hayden Gillum season for the Ridiculous Racing crew.
13 points is a lot better than 18, so
yeah,
you know,
in terms of the
that's going to give him a lot of confidence, especially going into tomorrow as well.
So he'd be looking close to 5 man. All the way down to the last lap, last race of the season.
Absolutely, yep.
Really, and what we thought when this season was over and we knew how rides were starting to sort itself out before Bobby Fong was announced. Jacobson came back before a lot of these pieces were in. We thought, oh, hey, it is the best championship we have in Moto America.
It is.
And it is absolutely spectacular. Great bit of data, a good run, a good podium for
cruising around. So it obviously paid off for him to come and look at the track. He came in here many years ago, and it was even different than he said than what it was the day that we rode it. And it was great. It was 103 degrees that day too. So we've been very lucky to have some nice cool weather this weekend as well.
Here's the final run, Jay.
Yeah, this is just, he did a good job of kind of thwarting the idea that Bobby could do anything with him coming out of turn 10 as they went into turn 11. You can see he ran just a little bit wide in the middle of 11, but there's the difference in victory, just that close. That's what 1/10 of a second looks like.
Couple of bike lengths. All right, let's rip you through the results here. It's Gillen, Fong, Jacobson. That's going to be your podium. Bryce Prince, Josh Hayes. You saw that. Jason Aguilar in 6th. Great run for Jason, California native. Then you have Richie Escalante, Nick McFadden, Lucas Silva, Corey Ventura. As we go through these results, you can see on the screen for yourself. Great run by Lucas Silva, like that, on that Altus Racing Suzuki, supported by Team Hammer, who runs the M4 Star Suzuki team. Identical motorcycle, Bobby Fong. So great run by Lucas Silva.